We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former Chicago Bull, getting in his pregame mindset. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, guys are on the court, stretching, staring down their opponent. Nothing better than mentally and psychologically getting ready for battle.
The work has been done. They're ready to go, and so are we. The Mavericks control the tap. Brunson to Porzingis. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out three.
To Beverly. And count the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Doncic to Brunson. Short jumper off the mark. Leonard to George.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in LA. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in LA now. I don't know if Patrick Beverly's right on that one. To Luka Doncic. With the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Leonard to Beverly. Leonard. Screen coming. The follow won't go either. To Luka Doncic. Can't connect from in close. Down low for Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. To Hardaway.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Screen coming. Beverly to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Here comes the screen. Doncic. And the basket, good at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Paul George. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Paul George, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Mavericks with the possession. Brunson to Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
to Paul George. Wide open look, won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Trying to cash in. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. That'll do it for the first quarter. It's the Mavericks with the lead. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Brunson to Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. Brunson to Luka Doncic. Has a look. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Layup tried, counted for Jalen Brunson.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Leonard to George. Here comes the screen. And look out.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Dallas owns the basketball. Here comes the screen. Doncic to Brunson. Takes stock of the floor. Doncic. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Beverly into the front court. Right now, down 7. George to Leonard. To Paul George. Down to 5 on the 24. George, that's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Brunson to Porzingis. Kicks it around the perimeter. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Beverly to George. Here comes the screen. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Mavericks with the basketball. Brunson to Luka Doncic. Has a chance. Off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Paul George. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Hardaway. Count the basket at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
to Paul George. Beverly. George. Rebound for Porzingis. Deep three at the buzzer. First free throw is good. That one won't go. One more to come. And he missed the free throw. 1 for 3 on that try. That's it for the first half. The Mavericks are in the driver's seat.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Mavericks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Dallas Mavericks. The Clippers did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Los Angeles Clippers definitely wouldn't mind having their opponent's field goal percentage. Unlike them, it's been 4 shots and poor effort. It was not a great half.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. George to Leonard.
Make it tough on him. Make it tough on him.
George cleans it up. Another shot won't go either.
In that first half, he was just shooting the ball, doing whatever he wants. Now, maybe that the shot isn't falling, pay attention to the feet of your defender. That high leg is up. Maybe grab that high leg with that right arm or that left arm, swing through, get to the rim, create some contact, and that's the way you start to find your rhythm again.
Paul George to Beverly. George to Leonard. That's no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Paul George to Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Doncic to Brunson. Five on the shot clock. Out for Porzingis. KP, Kristaps Porzingis. Looking good, 4 for 5.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Beverly. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. George. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And the Clippers with the rebound. Beverly into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. Leonard. Rebound taken down by Porzingis. Brunson to Luka Doncic. Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Doncic to Brunson. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Here's what's brilliant about Luka Doncic. Everybody thinks that you need to be fast or be able to ISO somebody and create your own shot with your speed or your athleticism or your explosiveness. That is not the case. Doncic is 6'8", 230 pounds. Put that smaller guard on your hip, post him up, walk him down, shoot shots over the top. If you have an uncanny style of play, that game can reward you a ton in this league.
Cleans it up. And the Clippers able to clear the board. Time expires. It was a strong one for the Mavericks. Dallas with the basketballs. We begin the fourth quarter. And, Jay, I'm as shocked as you are. Neither of us expected this.
Ed, I'm sitting here shaking my head because I am baffled. I thought maybe they could have given them a game. But I don't think anyone saw them with a double-digit lead to start the fourth quarter.
Brunson to Hardaway. Lets it fly from long range. Misfires. It's no good. To Leonard. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. From the painted area, won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
To Leonard. Shot clock winding down. Kawhi Leonard. It's rebounded by the Mavericks. count the bucket for 2.
I'd say his game is translating to the league just fine.
Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to George. Layup goes down. Well done.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Porzingis. Paul George. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Beverly. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Leonard. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Wide open look won't go. Beverly into the front court. His guys down by 9. Here comes the screen. Leonard to Paul George. Shot from the lane won't go. Short jumper stays out. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Dallas with the possession. Kawhi Leonard tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Leonard to Beverly. Can't connect. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. The victory to the Mavericks as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Mavericks were solid in today's victory. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks. The Clippers put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Los Angeles Clippers were terrible with their shooting, And I'm pretty sure that's not news to anyone that's out there. What will become news, however, is if their poor shooting starts to create turmoil within the team.
Player of the game.
Kristaps Porzingis could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.